Welcome everybody to OP Digital Blueprint. Apologies for my background. I seem to, but at least it's an OnPassive picture in the background anyway. Welcome everybody. We've got my colleagues Red and Collins today. So say hello, guys, and Red, take it away.
Hi, how you doing? Thanks very much. Collins, do you want to say hello?
Hello, everyone. Nice to be here again. Another Tuesday.
Okay, well, welcome everybody. Good to be here as always on a Tuesday with OP Digital Blueprint with Collins and Andy. I do like this show. It slots in very nicely to my schedule. And it brings me nicely on to what I was talking about today on my live, and that is consistency. And obviously, Tuesday is part of what I do on a consistent basis. Obviously, life does get in the way. But for me, consistency is right up there with one of the most important attributes you can use for any online business, or in fact any business, whatever you're doing anyway. Why am I bringing this to the table as far as OnPassive is concerned? And I think it really works very well alongside OnPassive. Now, I've had many people over my 6 years that I've been in OnPassive saying to me, it's all right for you, Red, look where you are in the company, and you know, you're going to be okay, and all this sort of stuff. And that's all very well and good, but I've been consistent in what I've done. I've always done my very best to stick to my goal. Whatever your goal is, as far as your business is concerned, you need to really hold on to the reason why you're doing it, whatever it is, whether it is your financial future, whether you're doing it because you want to better yourself or you want more for your family, whatever your why is, I suppose, whatever that reason is, this is the main importance of what you need to grasp onto and hang on to and utilize your ability to do things. And consistency is something that every single person can do. You don't need to have any qualifications to be consistent. All you need to do is to decide what you're going to do whatever it is that you're going to do, but be consistent within it. Now, obviously, things change, times change, you change, and you are allowed to adjust. You're allowed to change and almost reinvent as well within that time frame of what you're doing. But it's still really important to be consistent about what you are doing. Andy does OP Digital Blueprint. I don't even know how long he's been doing it for. How long have you been doing it for now, Andy?
2 years.
2 years. 2 years. Every Tuesday, unless there is holidays or family occasions, etc. Same time every Tuesday. We know that OP Digital Blueprint is on a Tuesday. We know that Heroes is on a Sunday at the same time, 2 p.m. Everybody knows I'm on at 11. Everyone knows that Marty and Chris come on at 10. You know, all this is all part of being consistent. What you talk about and what you are within it really doesn't make that much difference. Now, if you are a person like myself who has decided that OnPassive is going to be my vehicle, OnPassive is going to be the company that I'm all in on. All my eggs are in one basket, OnPassive. Now, Marty did have a very good point about multiple streams of income the other day, which is very true. But you get all that within OnPassive. Every single product that we have within OnPassive is a separate stream of income. And this is what makes this company so unique. And this is why I am all in with OnPassive, because it ticks all of the boxes that I've looked for in the past. So I decided an awful long time ago that this is the company for me. I'm going to be consistent in what I am doing. I'm going to learn on the job, refine myself, get better at it, but I'm still going to be consistent in what I am doing. And that's what I've tried to do over the years. For instance, when we first started, I was Mr. Q&A. I was very consistent within doing that part of what we did. That changed because the company evolved, things changed. And so I went into doing my lives more. Again, I've been very consistent with my lives, 4 years or more now of doing my lives. I've also been consistent with being Mr. Update now as well. And I absolutely love doing that. And this is what I'm trying to get over to everybody, is that the ability is there for everybody. There is no qualifications to be consistent, but you need to decide what you're going to do. I do videos. That's my thing. Andy does OP Digital Blueprint, and he obviously in the past he's done a lot of other stuff as well. You might be a vlogger, you might be a blogger, you might just be a poster. It doesn't really matter what you are deciding to do, but whatever you're going to do, just be consistent within the boundaries of what you are trying to achieve. And the thing you're trying to achieve is what your goal is, the why, the thing that you hold and decided that you want to do this because I want to have this, get that, whatever it may be. That is the important thing to hang on to. Anyway, that's enough for me. Back to you, Andy.
Thanks, Red. You're right. At the end of the day, we've all been on a journey. Some of us 6 years, 5 years, 4 years. The last time that you could actually register to become an early bird was over 2 years ago. So this time that we've spent, we've found something that we've started to enjoy. I mean, look, let's face it, not everybody is good behind a camera. It doesn't matter as long as you're doing something. And the interesting thing for me is that by doing these, certainly with the OP Digital Blueprint, when we first started, Collins, we were talking about the various products, and we did various videos of breaking down the products, what they did. So Collins did the technical side of things, and I kind of did the sales side of things. How could you offer it to others? What's the benefit and the features of these things? But the beauty of it is that you learn along the way. As you guys well know, I've been financial services for 38, 39 years. It's a long time, and that's all I've focused on for my lifetime, if you like, because that's the vast majority of my life. Now we've started learning, and thanks to the guys like Collins, the OTech pros, to Red and Marty, etc., I've learned a lot more. I've had the opportunity to look at things and start to ask questions for myself and do some research in the background and get to know what's going on, understand what the products do, understand how they work. And that has been a large part of the journey. It's not just what's going on with the company, it's what you have been doing during this period of time. And reflection is a great thing. So the question you should be asking yourself is, why did I originally join OnPassive, and what have I learned along the way? And you'll actually be astounded by the amount of information that you have learned along the way. And then the final question's got to be, what more can I do to find out more about what's going on, or how I can succeed in the future? So this is an interesting one. Collins, have you got any ideas? What would you like to bring into the table?
Oh yeah, thank you, Red. Red opened a lot of, when Red was talking, I was just like, okay, now I know what to say. It's always good for Red to start, And honestly, when Red was speaking, I was thinking about something. I was thinking about believe, believe, trust, patient, plug in, and then learn. And you talk about land, Andy, as well. So when I look at it, I say, okay, when I joined OnPassive, what was behind my mind? What did I really find on OnPassive that really make me to believe? It was about the product. I know they will build products and services or businesses. I said, okay, this is an IT company. So the more I stay into OnPassive, that trust kick in. You know, I know Mr. Ashford is not going anywhere. He's still there, bringing things out. You know, like Red, they joined when it was spreadsheet. You know, ask yourself how on earth you will join the company you've never seen this nobody and said, okay, pay this amount, you just wire it, and then they write your name on a spreadsheet that you can't even see. So they joined in by believing in what Mr. Ashford told them. That is the belief. And as they stay in, you know, time goes by, they started trusting the process because they saw GoFounder. Mr. Ashford said, no, we can't continue with spreadsheet again. We need to build something so we can hold all the affiliate or the founding member that are coming in, GoFounder kick in. You know, the moment they saw GoFounder and I saw it, I said, wow, this is great. You know, I said, wow, this is a company that you can really be in. 100% belief, 100% trust in the process. But now the next thing is, do I have the patience to wait? Because that's a lot of things, a lot of founders don't have the patience to wait. Because it's about waiting. Because it's not a day job. It's not something that is just like a switch of the button and the light will just turn on. You say, ah, there you go, I'm good. It's about patience. You know, there are people, they couldn't withstand their patient way out. They vanish. You know, they say, no, I can't hold it anymore. But to those who have stayed in, now it comes with patience now and learning. Because the more you have patience, you can't just fold your arms. Because most of the time I said, those who just decide to disappear is because they refuse to learn. They refuse to understand what OnPassive is about to offer. Because the more you stay in, the more you plug in, you discover that it is too big. What Mr. Ashford is building with the team is massive. So now that joy now of waiting is, you know, we continue to pile because it's like that anxiousness, that anxiety to see it, not only for yourself, but to see how something, you know, that was just like from the get-go, word of mouth, come in and I will take you to the top, you know, turn out to be something massive. I want to see how the whole world will be crying, you know, say something new, like the way we saw TikTok and everyone is jumping YouTube. We were not there when they built it, but we saw it and everyone is, wow, that's the joy now. I'm waiting, that patient to see how OnPassive will create that wow factor where I will sit back and say, wow, you know what? I was there when it started. It all started. You know, take away the money. That joy will be, you know, seeing something that you were there from the beginning, and then it become massive and, you know, changing lives, and people are just, you know, going mad. But again, it will come about your patience and your learning, because there are times where people will walk to you and say, you know, Andy, are you a founder of that company? Yes. Tell me more. How did it all goes? Who really tell, you know, just explain. And Andy, when you will tell your story, I will tell my story, Red will tell the story, people will not believe. You know, there was like, you waited for this amount of time, 6 years, nothing, and we saw you talking Red every day, Andy, until, you know, people will like, are you really crazy? But you know what? They will be looking at your craziness in a good way, that you have the vision, you know, foresight to look at something that people couldn't even see. You saw it from the get-go and jumped in, you know. So I'll leave it there, Red. Let me stop from there.
Yeah, thanks, Collins. I think it's interesting. Everybody has a different reason why they got in. You know, we all have a thought process, and 99.9% of us got in originally for the money, because this looked like the excellent opportunity. And let's face it, the vast majority of us move from one shiny object to another, and have done for years. Some of us have done it for donkey's years, but we won't go there. The beauty of it is, if you like, that when we came across this and we started to learn or understand exactly what this was all about and who's running the business, and his thought process and his hope for humanity, etc., you go, I don't need another shiny object, and I'm happy to wait. And I think that's, for me, it's certainly been, that's been the issue. I have no problem waiting at the end of the day. Yes, you can always find something else to do in the meantime or in the interim. Any further thoughts anyway, Red? What would you like to add?
No, it is, you know, those very early days when I first saw this, I was actively looking for a business that had products. I'd had my fill of promises of returns of money just by putting money in, and they all end up being scams. And I understand business, and I understand that if you sell something for a profit, you make money. So I understand it's very easy to get your head around. If there's products and services, you sell those products and services for an amount of money, you make commissions on the sales, and you earn money yourself. So that's what I was looking for. And somebody showed me OnPassive in those early days, and it was going to be a digital marketing platform. Now, you might think, well, how would I make money out of that? There was going to be products that we could utilize within that, but also there was the affiliate program that went with it. And to me, that made very easy sense. I was having to pay other platforms for my marketing and the utilities of products that I was already using to advertise online. So it made sense for me, if I'm already paying it, why not pay a company that I'm involved with that I'm going to make commissions on by using the products I need anyway, and I can invite other people to do exactly the same and winner chicken dinner. So that's really why I got in. But then it started evolving. Obviously, it started evolving into the teachings, I suppose, at the end of the day, of our CEO Ash Mufareh about what his goal of OnPassive was going to be. And that really excited me. Now, that was taking things to a whole new level. And we talked earlier on in this webinar today about evolving. I've certainly evolved. I've changed. I've evolved because of OnPassive in the same way as that has. And I think for me, this really has been a company that I feel extremely at ease with. I'm confident that not like I was with others where you wake up one morning and it's gone. I'd never have those types of worries. Andy said, all we got to do is wait. Absolutely, we have. Some people can't. I get that as well. And that's why the nucleus of the early adopters and founders and affiliates of OnPassive really isn't as big as it was, because some people just can't wait. And I get that. I mean, that's up to them. That's, if they don't want to wait, they don't have to wait. But I really do believe that the ones that are engaged, they stick with OnPassive, will win the most because of our resilience that we have been through. Colin's made a very good point, and I've said this many, many times, that people will come up to you in the future and say, you're part of that company, aren't you? And you'll go, yeah. He said, I was a founder right at the beginning when it first started. And you will tell your story, and people won't believe what you have done and what you have been through to get to that point. And here is the but. The but is, look where I am now. Because I stuck with it, because I had that resolve and belief in a business, because I knew it was going to turn out okay for me. And I think that is the main reason why so many of us stay with OnPassive, because we have that resolve and belief that this is a company that's going to make a huge difference to ourselves, people around us, and also other people externally. What we have got in the pipeline as far as OnPassive is concerned for everybody going forward is going to blow us away. We really are going to be shocked, I believe, that what we are going to see in a very short amount of time. I really don't think we are a long way away now. You know, we've kicked off this next part by getting the OES back, all the data, all the information. That's just the start. This is a holding area. It's where we get the right message from the company from. It's only the start. And I think when we go into phase 2, next phase, 2.0, whatever you want to call it, I really think we're going to be amazed, I think is probably the best word. Back to you, Andy.
Thanks, Red. Welcome to Engineer Mike. How you doing, Mike? I have unmuted you, so don't worry. I know you're driving. We've been talking about consistency and our journey, if you like. So I wondered if you'd like to add to that, if you can. And he's frozen. Oh, no, there he is. I hope you heard that okay, Mike. Can you hear me?
Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
No. Okay, 1 second. Let me park a little bit and reconnect.
No, we can hear you fine, Mike. We can hear you fine.
Let me.
Okay, perhaps not. This is the only problem when you haven't got a stable internet connection. We have this problem when we've spoken sometimes before with some of the guys in other countries, haven't we, Collins? And they've frozen for a minute, which is a bit of a shame. But anyway, while he's reconnecting, Collins, is there anything you wanted to add?
Yes, there's always a lot of things to add about OnPassive. When we're looking at OnPassive, especially at this point in time, like Red said, we have our OES back. A lot of people were thinking, oh, are you sure? I know a lot of founders were, oh, it will never come back. And now we have the OES back, all our data. We've not had anyone complain that something is missing. The importance of getting this back, like Red said, is to take us to the next phase, the other level of OnPassive, And our CEO told us, Mr. Ash said, they'll be communicating behind whatever is happening. And Red said, we don't think it is too far. And what is coming will blow everyone's mind. The only thing is, when I always talk to a lot of founders, when they say, oh, they want to complain, I said, how much have you learned OnPassive? Because only your knowledge will take you to where you want to go. Red cannot hold you. Andy cannot take you. You have to make that decision. You need to be in a position where you've known a lot about OnPassive. You don't have to wait until when they said go. Then you start to ask, oh, you are lost. What do I do now? How do I get to this? Because nobody will even waste the time to tell you. I don't think many people even want to even sit and tell you, this is the time. We talk about patience and learning. This is the time. Sometimes they say delay. I don't want to use the word delay. But I said any one step is an opportunity for us to learn. You take one bite at a time. You learn a little bit. You go to webinars. You see it. You listen to Red. You listen to Madid and Chris. You come here. There are a lot of platforms you can learn. Just do yourself a favor just to learn. Learn as much as possible, because you will not have that time again, that luxury. That luxury will not be there when they open it. Like I always make a statement, Red will not shut down his shop to come and help to arrange your own shop. Red will need to take care of his own shop, make sure everything is run, dusted, make sure the customers are flowing in, then come to you and say, okay, how can I help you now? That's the.
Can you hear me now, Collins?
Yes, we can help you, Mike. We can help you. I hear you. Yes. So this is what we are saying. Try as much as possible to learn, because there is no time. No time again. It is just that close. And when the Ash Mofara said, go, this is it. It is over. That's it. And you have so much to learn. Somebody said, I will not take my time. What you've missed for 4 years, you don't expect me to come and teach you all of those things or educate you again for 4 years. The only thing I will do is to direct you to webinar, to recorded webinars. Any good one, I'll just say to you, listen to that, listen to that, listen to that. How long it will take you is up to you. This is the time to wake up. And most founders, if you have an affiliate or you have a brother or a sister or friends who are sleeping, this is the time to shake them up and say, how much do you know about OnPassive? How much have you learned? Please do yourself a favor. Go to the OES, start to make yourself, familiarize yourself, learn, check things, question it, ask, just learn as much as possible. That's the only thing I would say, Andy. Learn.
Thanks, Collins. Right, let's get Engineer Mike on. Let's see if we can unmute his mic for him.
Yeah, I've done that.
There you go. Okay, cool. So tell us more. What are your thoughts on consistency and our journey so far then?
Wow. Whoa. It's a big one. So good evening, good day, everybody. Thanks for panelists. My big brother, my brothers, thank you, Collins, for the invite. To me, I just want to say, for us founders, we should be consistent as our CEO has been consistent. He tells us everything and he does it. Like our brother Red and Collins and all of you have already iterated. We have been so consistent by following him and listening to what he is saying. And I mean, where he is somewhere, where there is any doubt, you ask questions on his webinars and he will answer them for you, right? Collins and myself have been asking us, do we really know our business? I hear him talking. This is the time we should take all those time to know all those things, right? Another thing we have been telling people is go and check your emails, the alternative emails, if they are still working. To be frank and candid, I have worked with people to recover like 25 of them already, which means that trouble is there. So please, if you could take your time, go to those emails, try to log in with those emails and see if they are not working, go and recover the emails. If you are facing trouble, contact one of us here. We can help you. I've already worked with like 25 accounts already to recover them. You know, consistency is what our CEO has. Whatever since I joined OnPassive, I've been hearing him consistently and he has never failed us. So it is us founders to still be patient until that day when he will come and tell us that, hey, everything is done. We can now go here and make something. You remember, he has told us just to log in for now and see if our OES, our credentials are working, right? Your username and your password, if it is working. So we are waiting for him for the next step. Consistency. Let's stay and wait when he will be done with what he is doing now. And if you see, our system is optimized and our system is so fast, right? Everything is going on the speed of the system. But you know, remember, so many people log in and it is still there, right? So we should just keep our eyes on the OES, on the updates. That is only where we can have the real information and nowhere else. Collins will not tell you what it is in his mind and you say, oh, that's what Mr. I said. No, let's go there, listen to those updates, read those updates, and something will be there. And all of us here will be consistent. That's why we are here today. People who are not consistent are out, right? So, but we that are in, we have to still be here because we need to still bring more people into this business when we get the next phase of the business from our CEO. When he tells us that, oh, I have tweaked all the buttons, I have tweaked everything, and we are ready to go, we will need to invite more people into the business. So how can you invite people if you don't know, right? So that is the thing. Let's spend this quality time now and get what information we can get all those, go. There are webinars everywhere, but there are recorded webinars in so many YouTube channels. Go to Marty DeGamo's channel, go to Colin Manna's channel, Andy Bex's channel, and everywhere that you feel comfortable, go there to webinars and listen. Okay, it is a way that we congregate, right? Coming together, that togetherness is something that we cannot buy, right? I didn't know Andy Bex or Cody's Manna from Adam, you know, but today we are friends. And what brought us together is OnPassive. You cannot buy this friendship, right? We cannot buy it. So even if OnPassive launches today, we have already created a family and we'll be visiting people all around the globe. I want to go to Manchester. I say, hey, Collins, pick me up. I'll be here at this time. You think he will not come? He will come. So that is even more than the money. That is even more than the family, the friendship, the bond that we've created in OnPassive. It's even more than the financial aspect of it, right? So everybody is to stay tuned, listen to people who have good information for you, go to webinars when you hear the CEO is coming, or go to webinars where you hear the people who know what technology is happening there, so that you can learn, right? Upgrade yourself so that when that time comes, you will be ready and willing to help other people who will be coming into the business, my brothers. That is what I have. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, it's interesting because and Colin's made a very, very good point here, and I think this needs to be emphasized now, because there's going to be a lot of upset people later on. What do I mean by that? Well, if we've got our business up and running and we're concentrating on working our own businesses, and then someone comes along, and believe me, I get quite a few calls already and texts and what have you. Can you help me? What's happening? When do we get paid? Silly questions, really. But when I have my shop open, am I going to be able to spend time looking after you when I'm looking after me? And the simple answer to that is no. I'll do my best, but at the end of the day, I'm not answering every phone call, and I'm not going to answer every text, because I'm going to be concentrating on my business. And I think this is an important time to be able to plan properly, plan how you're going to move forward and what you intend to do moving forward. Collins, any further thoughts before we close?
Yes, so Andy, I think it was really great. Thank you, engineer, for coming. I think Ray just left us. Ray is not coming back, so I don't know if Ray will be coming back. But I just want to thank you
might
guys.
have lost his internet connection.
Yeah, so please stay tuned, plug in, learn as much as possible, and be patient, because patience is the key. You know, always be patient, because what is coming is bigger than all of us. So let us just be patient and let's plug in. And this is the time for you and I to learn. Take as much as possible, because honestly, the time is coming where we will not have the luxury again to learn. So Andy, I will leave it there.
All right. Thanks, Collins. Mike, have you got anything else you would like to add before we close?
Yes. Andy, I have this question that I always end webinars these days with. I will ask us as OnPassivians, as founders, as affiliates, are we ready for the next phase of OnPassive? So being ready is what we've just said here. It's for you to go to those alternative emails to check them if they are ready to go, to log into those accounts to see if they are still up and running, so that when time is, you put everything down in writing. When our CEO says it is time for the next step or the next phase, that is when you will bring now everything that you have as wrinkles and all of those things, so that they will be solved. But again, you should also check on those alternative emails to see if you can log in. If you cannot, then you have to recover them. We are here to help you. Call us, call Collins, call myself, all our Tech Pro brothers, call Andy. We will help you. That is what I have to end it up, Andy. Thank you.
Lovely. Thanks, Mike. Thank you all for joining us this evening again, or this afternoon, wherever you are. And please
Thank
note,
you, everybody.
We've got Heroes on Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. UK time. Please join us, because you will hopefully learn a lot. And we'll see you again next Tuesday. So thanks very much for joining us.